Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a wig review for you guys and I'm really excited to tell you about them. I have been testing out their wigs for over a year, like a year and 4 months or something like that. I've been testing out their wigs for so long and I'm finally ready to tell you about them. I was actually a wig hater in the beginning and now, honestly, if you haven't tried out wigs, I highly recommend them. They're so amazing, and it might just be because the company that I've been using, but I just really love wigs. I really love wigs now. I actually have a really good collection of wigs from them. If you guys want a video on a wig collection, let me know down below. Anyway, let me go ahead and update you on some things because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this before we get into the wig video. I am 3 weeks post-op right now. You guys will get another 1 month update video next week. So any of those kind of questions or anything like that, go right ahead and save those for that video, not this one. So just wait 1 more week. I got you, don't worry. But let's go ahead and get into this video. I have been working with the VPFashion for so long, wearing their extensions around 2014 or 2015. It's 2019 now. I've been wearing their extensions for so long, and VPFashion has only gotten better in my opinion. Their extensions I have always been very happy with. And then I made the crazy decision of shaving my head for fun because I've always wanted to experience just a bald head, and highly recommend it. It's really great. But then I told them, I was like, hey, I know you guys really like sending me your extensions, but I'm not exactly gonna be wearing them anymore because I'm gonna go shave my head. And they're like, well, actually, we have wigs now. Would you like to try some? And I'm just like, yes, I would love to. So yeah, that kind of led into me hiding my shaved head for about a month and then showing you guys it without the wig. But anyway, forget about that. If you guys are kind of wondering what I have on right now, also this is 230 grams of hair, so that's a lot of hair. There's actually 80,000 strands of hair on this wig that are put in by hand, and it takes like 30 days or 40 days to make a custom wig. So this is why I kind of treasure these things. I baby them. Someone put a lot of work into these, so make sure you really care for them. And when I say be careful with how many hairs you trim out, over time of wearing the wig, you will start to like lose hair. That's just how it is with wigs and just your natural scalp. So I usually get higher grams so that way it can last longer. 230 grams can last me a very long time, especially if I make sure not to pull any hairs out or anything like that, you know, like really big important strands. So just keep that in mind. If you want it to last very long time, get more grams. Not only that, but I'm just one of those people that likes a lot of hair, so. But the wig is actually given to you like in a perfect state just because they condition it. They make sure that there's no damaged hair. I am always like very impressed when I receive wigs from them, and it's always the same. Like when I order one and then a couple months later I'll order like one that has completely different weight and grams, it's still the same exact thing. Like it's still like beautifully trimmed. You have the custom lace that you can cut. It has the return baby hairs. It's always perfect, silky and straight. When I cosplayed Aqua, wasn't too happy with that wig. It was very itchy. It was synthetic hair. It was hard to style. It was really annoying. It doesn't really last that long. The hairs come out so easily, and I just got so frustrated. And I was like, I am being so spoiled by VPFashion with these wigs. I did not realize where I was. So thank you so much, VPFashion, for even allowing me or the opportunity to have even one of these wigs. Every time you send me one, I'm very appreciative, especially with pointed ears. I have my ears pointed like an elf, and if they aren't treated right, they will let me know. And other wigs, since they're not custom fit to my head, it just feels terrible. If you have piercings on there, it feels terrible. It will, like, the front of your scalp itches so much. Sorry, I've had such annoying experiences with wigs. I can go on for hours about it, but this wig, it's so comfortable and it's light. It's not heavy. It just feels great. It does get very heavy when it's wet though. I don't know anyone that swims with the wig on, but if you plan on swimming with the wig on, just know that it's a lot of hair, and this would like sink me to the bottom. So one of the first things I want to tell you about the wig is the front part. It is a full frontal lace wig. So the whole 6 inches right here, this entire area, all the way till where the pins are, you can part it wherever you want. Now, like I said earlier in the video, it's very, very important that you do the makeup line, you trim out or pluck out some of the hairs, and then you put your foundation or concealer into this area so it looks like your actual scalp. Also, it's amazing that they do this lace because the cap that you have, the type of lace that they do, the makeup, all the techniques, it works perfectly to where even in person, even pretty close up, people think that it's my real hair. And sometimes I even confuse myself and I'm like, that actually looks like hair is coming out of my scalp. So I really, really think that is one of the most amazing things about this. But I do want to say, as you guys saw in the little recap of the B-roll, I do not bleach my knots. You can do that to a wig if you want to, so that way you can part it wherever you want. I do not bleach my knots just because the fact that I am lazy, but you can do that if you want to be able to part it wherever you want. I usually, with a certain wig, I have a style and a haircut, and I usually keep the wig like that the entire time. So for this one, I decided to keep it a very long side part where I put it back, and that's basically the only part I would ever really want. And I also did not cut this wig whatsoever, so this is literally how it came to me. Just letting you guys know. Now for the overall lace for the entire wig, they use full frontal lace and Swiss lace. So what this is, the Swiss lace makes it look a lot more natural on your scalp, like it's actually coming from your scalp. And then the back, it's lace everywhere, but you want to know that lace doesn't really stretch that much. So they have another inside where if it's custom, you can move pins with inside it to kind of make it stretchy and comfortable. Next would be the ear flap. This area right here is going to go in front of your ear, and you can see there's hair right here in front of my ear. This is my actual hair. So this, if you glue it down, will make it look like the wig is actually coming out of your ear. This is a great area for baby hairs. I never like pin my hair up. I never really show my forehead too much. This is like the most I'll ever really show my forehead. That's just not my style, but you can put this wig up completely. I feel like most wigs don't think about that area, but this allows you to have the ear flap and make it into baby hairs. Speaking of baby hairs, let's go and talk about that. So some people really, really love baby hairs. I usually just pluck all mine out or just style it with the hair. For this wig, I have styled it out, but as you can see right here, there is some baby hairs. I usually just like scoop it all to the side, but baby hairs are actually pretty important, especially if you're going to be having any of the hair in the front going back, or just anything getting pulled up into the center of the wig on the top. You want to have baby hairs to kind of conceal the lace and lay everything down, and this is when you're going to kind of get into gluing down a wig. Got to Be glue is probably the best one I've seen around. I never put my hair up, so I don't do that. But I do recommend checking out some videos on YouTube if you ever want to glue down your wig. On the ear flap, you have some pins, so the little ear pins and one in the back. This is just so if you want to wear it without gluing it down, aka me, and then you just pin this right under the cap, which is amazing, and that's all I ever have to do. Whenever I get ready in the morning, I brush out the wig, make sure it looks all nice, put it on, put in the pins on the ears and on the back, and that's it. And it's fully, it's in. It's not gonna like slide off or anything unless someone like really goes at it. But honestly, if someone really tries tugging at it, it would probably pull my own hair, because the pins are kind of like the ones where the hair goes through and it kind of locks with the hair inside. So keep that in mind. Don't let people start ripping off your wigs. Now for the actual hair, this is a human hair wig, so you can style it, dye it. It's human hair, so you can do whatever you want with this, with your actual hair. But remember that it does not grow back, so treat it nicely. And when you cut the hair, really, really think about what you're doing. Maybe take a slow process of doing a cut within 3 days and another cut until you really like how it looks, and then just leave it alone. Just leave it. But it is 100% human virgin Remy hair, so if you guys are wondering what kind of hair it is, that is the type. For wigs, I really like to baby them. You need to make sure that they don't just tangle up, they don't ball up. you know, when you're washing it, you're taking good care of it. Don't brush it when it's wet. You really, really need to baby this because it's not like your actual scalp. When you brush this, the hair will not grow back. So be gentle, comb from the bottom and work your way up. Sometimes I don't even use like a normal brush. I use like a bristle brush where it's very, very soft on the hair. Whenever I do any kind of heat styling, use protection. If I'm using, you know, I always make sure that it has like oils on it, so I use like little oil with it. I don't recommend coconut oil. It just doesn't feel that great. But I curled my hair today. You can see that it's still very, very shiny. I think I've heat styled this hair around 4 times already, and it's been a month. It usually holds the curls for about a week, and then the curls are quite loose, but I like the transition of tight curls into very loose, wavy hair. That's just me personally, but that will usually go on for a week. But you can see that it's perfectly fine. It's still very, very shiny. The dye is also holding in very well, which is very important. If you notice that dye doesn't hold in well with a wig, usually the hair was kind of mistreated. So make sure that everything is all good and in check there. I also have a deep wig conditioner, which is very nice because for your own hair it's not really going to work out because you go through the daily process of everything, but with your wig it's kind of just always at a standstill. This is the deep conditioner that I use, so hopefully they have it on their website for you guys. What I like about deep conditioning wigs is that wigs can get quite dry and then they start to tangle, so you want to keep it nice and moisturized. So every now and then I'll put some oils on the ends and kind of work my way up. And then deep conditioning, shampoo and conditioner should be very hydrating. So make sure you're on point with hydrating it and babying it. You don't have to baby it that much with a wig rather than like normal hair if you're doing heat styling all the time. But if you have a wig, just make sure that, you know, it looks shiny and healthy and the ends aren't just all over the place. You know, make sure that they're nice and happy so you can continue wearing this wig for... This wig lasts... I think the most I've worn one was around 8 months. The thing is that I changed my hair colors quite often, but I know for sure that I can go past 8 months. The thing I want to talk about is the actual wig cap that they provide. I prefer this one. I have like the netted ones and I really don't like those, especially for like curly hair. I feel like those are so pointless for me because the curls just like go through the fishnet and I'm just like, why is this a thing? So I always prefer the ones that are just like your scalp color and you just shove the hair in there. Put on like a beanie and then you just kind of shove all the hair in, and then when you put on the wig it just perfectly and seamlessly goes with the lace. So I do recommend those and they're very, very comfortable. And then for the fit, it's actually perfect. Make sure that you do your custom fit on point. They will give you directions on how to do it, so make sure you double check it like 5 times, like 10 times, 20. Just keep on checking that because once you get the right fit, it feels so amazing. My first wig, I was off just by a little bit and I was like, wigs are kind of uncomfortable, I don't know. And then I did the measurements again later on and now they're so comfortable. I have no complaints about the comfort. Well, I don't really have anything to complain about this wig, which I feel a little bit weird about because usually I have like little things that I kind of nitpick about stuff because they've been sending me wigs for a while and every now and then they would email me and be like, what did you think about the wig? And be like, this bothered me, and I, you know, every time they would send a wig, which I feel really bad about, but it's only to improve. I would tell them things that I really didn't enjoy about a wig, and there was one time where they sent me a different type of wig other than full lace and it just wasn't my kind of thing because I do like parting it wherever I want, and I told them, I was like, I don't think this is the right way to go with it. So first of all, thank you so much for listening to me and I appreciate you actually taking my words and suggestions. Just know that this is a genuine review. They don't mind it whenever I give them critiques because I have been critiquing them for a very long time with their extensions and wigs. And I'm finally at a spot where I literally have no complaints about the wig. But if you guys have any questions about the wig, go ahead and let me know down below. If you guys need any tips or if you need any help with like troubleshooting with the wig, go ahead and let me know. Have a wonderful day and journey and I will see you in the next video. Bye.